Hi guys, it's me, Solomon. Yes, I am still alive. I am here. Some of you don't know me. Some of them may know me. I've lived in New Jersey, New York. I'm 30 years old. I can comment about everything from basically how people make money, how they live, how they survive. Basically everything. Education. Here it goes. Currently, I work in the healthcare industry, do X-rays, and that's how I make money. All right, I'm gonna just give you a quick, simple way to understand things. I need to make money. People get sick, people get hurt, and somehow that's always evolving. The healthcare industry is always in demand because someone's either getting old, they're either getting hurt, or they're sick. And it's always there. It's economical. It's a system. It's very stable. That's how I come into the society. Should I have existed somewhere else, that would have been very difficult. Could I have been a petroleum engineer? Could I be this kind of engineer? A computer engineer? This rocket scientist? No, I could never have, because kids who are engineers are usually extremely gifted in math at a very early age. I scored a horrible, god-awful score early on in school. I wasn't prepared, I wasn't this, I wasn't that. People saw that I was Asian, they automatically assumed I was good at math. That wasn't necessarily the case with me. The only math skills I have are money. Getting things for cheap. Like, I mean, over there you have, Trypticon from Transformers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's actually 7, one hiding behind there. But I'm good at getting things for cheap. That's what Chinese people are good for. They can mass produce things, or they can resell things, because they're good at getting things for cheap. As for intuition, creativity, they're fucking terrible. They're always copying someone else. They're always cheating, or causing pollution, to mimic someone else, or just trying to cheat. I don't know. Just finance, business is I know at the back of my hand. Anyways, for me to survive economically, I need to be in the healthcare industry. There's very few other possibilities. Athletes, could I have been an athlete? I was never the fastest. Hell, I didn't start training until I was in high school. I didn't even care about training. In middle school, I just ran a normal mile like everyone else, probably like a 9-minute mile. I reduced it down to like a 6-minute mile one time, 7-minute mile. It was good. It was lasting for a while. But there were still kids who were faster than me, likewise. I'm pretty sure if I got into boxing, yeah, I think I would fare up in boxing. There would probably be the 6-foot tall or 7-foot tall giant, and he would just have this arm span that he would just dominate because of his physical features. And there's also the possibility of injuries. That's another thing. Parents don't want their kids to get injured, and of course you get hit in the brain and you get paralyzed or whatever. There's another aspect which comes full around circle to the healthcare industry. So I landed into the healthcare industry. That's where I make the money. That's how it's possible that I exist. So one of the big issues people have today is school. School is turning into a business, or has already turned into business. People are demanding tens and tens of hundreds of $1,000s for school, for a dinky piece of paper that says bachelor's degree that has practically no real world value left in the world, because it is oversaturated. The market is oversaturated with these adults who have a bachelor's degree that shows that they have been dedicated. It's absolutely bullshit. The way through getting a job is through knowing people, is through networking, standing out, being confident. Social skills. If you need to know how to talk to people, you need to know how to kiss ass. It's not about I'm right, or I got straight A's, or I got straight A's, I got 4.0, I'm the president of this club, I'm president of that club. That's just a very small, pitiful way to look at it. Does not work. It just doesn't work. The Asian way to do it does not work. Having all that 4.0 GPA, being the president of this club, being that president of that club is okay. But what puts you over the top is that you're blood related to someone, or you have excellent communication skills, or you click with someone. Whether it's your teacher, he or she likes you and feels that you're very confident and that you could, connect, step over to the adult world of working. You can take criticism, you still kiss ass at the same time. You're not likely to yell or talk back to your superiors or older people. Stuff like that. That's going to set you over the top. And I know there are a lot of people here who are stuck in this school tuition student loan cycle. You believe that the education is going to give you some kind of a value, a worth after you graduate. That's not the case. That is not true anymore. It's old school way of thinking, and it goes back to what I just previously said: networking, social skills, knowing people, being blood related to that person in the field of the industry. And what you need to know is 40 hours a week and overtime. Apparently there's no such thing as 40 hours a week anymore. You may be working up to 80 hours a week. I worked 110 hours for the past 2 weeks with no benefits and no concrete employee retirement plan or anything. It's just crazy out there. It's just get your foot in the door. Get your foot in the door. That's all you want to know. Get your several experience in the field. Get your foot in the door, because times are desperate. I went to a state school, Rutgers, and it was a joke. You go 4 years, people study psychology. I studied criminal justice because I wanted to be FBI or CIA or DEA, get into the drug administration, get into some kind of government so I could get benefits and whatnot. Then I learned about that's all bullshit. The grades, the extracurricular activities, the volunteering, doing all that stuff is just to look good on paper is absolute bullshit. You need to network, you need to connect with people, you need interpersonal skills. They need to like you, you need to like them. It has to come together. If you're lying or you're trying to show off, it's gonna fail. Or you're doing it for the wrong purposes because you want to impress your parents or your teachers or your society because that's what they told you to do. That's going to fail too. What's going to happen is you're going to get billed that tuition and no one's going to give a fuck. You're going to get that $100,000 school tuition bill and you're going to have to pay it back. That's the bottom line. So all the stuff your teachers have been teaching you and your parents and the guidance counselor, what it comes down to is you have to pay this fucking tuition. That's the bottom truth. And you have to work 80 hours a week. Maybe 80 hours a week. Okay. 50 hours a week. Up to 60 hours a week. Okay? That means that you have to wake up early in the morning, you have to drive, commute, whatever the hell you have to do. Go to the job, do whatever the hell it is you have to do. So a lot of times it's soft skills, talking to people, consulting, paperwork, mortgages, loans, banking, customers, patients, clients, students, whatever you work with. And these soft skills is networking skills, how you talk to people, you know, they come in, they come out. If they come in and start arguing with you and then they don't leave, then there's a problem with your soft skills, your communication skills, and there are questions if you have an attitude or what the hell's going on. But you want your customer, your patient, your client to come in, do your work, and then they leave. Thank you, have a nice day. And the cycle keeps going and going. It's a business. It's a business, and it's a fucking business. They don't care. They don't fucking care if you agree with them, if you don't disagree with them, if they're dying, if they're not dying. They just want their health insurance, they just want their money, they just want their loans. That's the bottom line. So whatever bullshit they're trying to stack on you, they want your money. They're absolutely pros at it. They have locked keys to every locked door. They have a system. They're systematically placed. They have a VIP room where they form this pyramid, and then on top there's the principal or the president, and then they're just ready to shit on everyone else, pay the loans and the tuition bills, and you're on the bottom. You're gonna get fucked either way because everyone's up there is telling you how to fucking do your thing, while you don't need that shit. You could step out of their fucking pyramid and leave. But many people don't see that. They want to somehow assimilate into that pyramid always so that they can have that false protection. But you can leave the fucking pyramid. If you get up there, you're fucking stuck. That's another one. That's another variable to deal with. And I don't have much time because I too am trapped into this rat race. Have I tried doing get out of it? Yes, I have. I have tried selling, reselling things. You have to be consistent and persistent. Work with have product available. But school's so fucking expensive. Where are we supposed to turn to? Government for jobs? No. Whatever you have, whatever I have at the moment, I'm trying to tie down. And, everything's a business. You have to just keep learning. You just have to keep getting those customers and those clients and those patients. Just keep going at it. It doesn't matter if you graduated or if you didn't graduate. You just keep repeating the business cycle over and over and over again until you pay back your student loans, or finally you can afford to buy your own house, or you fucking win the lottery. Or maybe you're lucky and you won the genetic lottery and you're really good looking or really talented, and then you can form a business off of that. Other than that, there's no other fucking way that you can survive. Are you gonna be a bum? Are you gonna sleep all day? Are you gonna collect welfare, child support all day? At some point you gotta work. And I'm just looking at the time, what people are gonna do tomorrow, next month. They're gonna wake up in the morning, they're gonna eat breakfast, go straight to work, do what they have to do, come back home tired, and repeat the next day. Sometimes I would come back, I would play video games, or, watch TV, but I realized I wanted a different lifestyle. I wanted more. Fame, more fortune. It always lingers. What could I have done? What if I made that action film? What if I was the next Jackie Chan or some crazy shit? Hey, look, it's Jackie Chan. No, it's not Jackie Chan. It's just another fucking Asian guy on the street. Damn. No one wants to be just another, guy on the street. They want to be the Rocky Balboa. They want to be someone. They don't want to be some fucking guy on the street. So that always lingers behind me. I've seen people, they just get older and creepier. You don't know who they are or what they've done with their life. They're just on their deathbed and they're trying to go to chemo or the last stage. It's just like, fuck it. We're all gonna die. What the fuck was that about? I mean, all that criticism and all that tuition money, all these positives and negatives, what was that all about? And then you just wake up in the morning again and you repeat the cycle. You gotta work. You gotta work. You gotta work. And one day you're just gonna be on your deathbed. And all that criticism. It's just like everyone's just struggling for that moment. You know, they're famous. They become famous. That 3-point shot, that dunk, that movie. They're just trying to get rid of all that bullshit and just cramming it into this one hit wonder. Get as many one-hit wonders. That's what life is. That's what the big time, big shows do. They do that one thing, and it gets them through the top. That we just win the lottery once. You have that big audience just one time. That's all you need to reach for the stars. Pave the wave for the future. I'm still trying to find what my one-hit wonder is. The struggle is real. I'll keep posting until I find my one-hit wonder. Until I find what my thing is in life. I may not succeed, or just keep waking up every morning, just doing the same thing over and over again, Monday to Fridays, the 9 to 5, the video games, to watch TV, be the everyday guy on the street, And then one day, I have to, pass away, do my thing, or I just fucking die somewhere. But hopefully I find my one-hit wonder. I really do. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you don't make the same mistakes that I've done. I hope you guys find your one-hit wonder. Thank you for watching and stay healthy.